Klubbers! It's Emergency Services Week! Hi guys! Woo.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Hello, what's all this then? Let's be having you, this is the road we live in.
Oh no, that's scary, that is. That's too scary. You're too good at that.
It's very scary.
I've always wanted to be a fireman actually. I think the yellow hat suits me. What do you reckon?
Yellow is... I don't actually think yellow's your colour.
Is it not my colour?
Not quite your colour, no. Well, welcome Kidz Klubbers to Emergency Services Week. We hope you're all prepared for this. We certainly are. We're all ready to get cracking. We've got some amazing things coming up for you tonight. Do you want to tell them what's coming up? Yeah,
we've got some. We've got 999 biscuits, so it's decorating biscuits for emergency services. We have got. We're going to play. Oh, life rafts! Look at these. They are really cool life boats.
We're going to be showing you how to make those a bit later.
Show you how to make those, and we're going to be playing a game of hose and knock them down with fire cups. And what else have we got? Oh,
Wink murder. I'm going to go investigating again. Ready?
Oh no! We're going to play a game of Wink Murder, which is going to be really cool. I think.
I think it will be. Yeah, it's going to be really great fun.
So we're well prepared, and that's the whole point of an emergency service, isn't it? They have to be prepared for any eventuality. So that's why we're prepared.
Definitely. So we are going to be looking this evening as well at a real life firefighter story during story time, and that is going to be absolutely amazing. But Kidz Klubbers, what we want from you is for you to tell us exactly what you think. So remember to comment on the computer tonight. Remember as well to join in with all of the competitions. You should have had all of your news sheets through the post, so don't forget to colour them in and send them off to us and let us see what you've been up to. So all the activities you see tonight, again, take a photo and send them through.
Okay. The other thing we're going to have later is some of you have sent in thank you messages to the emergency services, the NHS, the fire brigade, etc., etc. We have put those all together, and we're going to show you those later. So you're going to have to hang on to that one. It is going to be worth watching.
Definitely.
You guys are amazing, but it's not too late. But we'll tell you more about that.
Yeah, you can
later.
Still have time to join in.
That'd
be great fun.
Should we crack on with our first game?
I think we should crack on to our first game.
So
brilliant. So we are going to start by getting ready for our first game. I'm just going to move our lifeboats out the way. We're going to do it right out the garden. Go on then. Right. So Kidz Klubbers, what you need are some cups, and you need a hose pipe or a water gun. So we're going to use our hose pipe today because Alan's going to be firefighter, and what we're going to do is we're going to try and knock down the cups in as quick a time as we possibly can. Okay. And see who knocks down the most. Right, Alan, we've got those cups set up.
I'm just going to test my hose. Just going to test my hose.
Woo! It works.
It works.
It definitely works.
Oh.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Hang on.
Wrong one. Your hose is a bit of a sprinkler. Okay.
Oh, that's a bit rubbish, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay. Are we going to start? What time are we going to start?
Okay. Let's do a countdown. Ready? 3,
Don't go too far.
2, 1, go!
Come on.
Go on, knock them down.
Yeah.
1.
We're going to get it.
Are you going to get the last one down? Come on, Kidz Klubbers, cheer him on. Is he going to get him down? Oh, well done. Very good.
Very good. I think I was very good at that.
Okay, let's see if police lady Tina is going to beat.
Set 'em up.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's get ready for this. Okay. Oh, yes, it works. Right.
It works.
Right.
Okay, Tina, you ready?
Are you ready?
Okay, here we go.
So where have I got to stand? Here?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Okay, let's get ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, come on.
Oh, don't stick me closer. Yay! Yay!
There's got to be an act to this.
There's got to be. Here we go. Oh, she's doing very well. Oh, she's on a roll now.
Okay. Come on. Maybe I should have been a firefighter instead of a police lady.
Maybe.
What do you
do
reckon?
that.
Come on.
There you go, it's the hat.
Come on, it's that last one again.
Yay!
Yes, I managed to do them all as well. Fantastic.
Well done.
Okay, so I think we're going to be passing over to Chris. So let's head over to Chris and Debbie right now.
Hi,
Nina,
Kidz Klub!
Nina,
Oh.
Nina, Nina,
What's going
Nina.
on? Chris, what are you doing? Oh my goodness.
We're not good for the throat.
You
Yeah.
look like a fireman, you
Well,
do.
that's exactly what I am tonight, Deb. This is why I got the hat on and a fireman jacket, and I've got an
Oh.
extinguisher, which I won't
Excellent.
hesitate to use on you.
Don't shoot
If
that at
you
me.
step
Now
out of
listen,
line, yeah.
I'm here. I am WPC Debbie.
Yes.
And I saw that Alan and Tina have just played the Fire Cup Blast Down.
Yeah.
So I think it's time for Chris and Debbie to have a go.
Yes, I
now,
think so, Deb.
guys, for you guys at home, it's really too easy to make these. These are cups that I made, plastic cups, and I put some flame pictures on them.
Did you
and
just
we're
stick
gonna-
them on?
Just stuck them on with sellotape. We're going to
Oh.
head outside.
Okay.
And Chris is very excited because he's
I
got
am.
his new Super Blaster
Yay.
come through. His Nerf
I've got-
Super Blaster.
I've
so
got a
follow us
brilliant,
outside,
I've got a
kids.
brilliant water gun.
Out we
Okay,
go. It's going to
here
be
we go.
exciting.
Right,
Oh,
right. I'm just gonna,
righty ho. Get your fire gun out then.
I'm just going to put my fire extinguisher down there.
Okay.
Right, I've got my gun.
Now let's have a look at your Super Blaster.
Okay,
kids.
I've got the most
Oh,
fantastic.
is
Do I have
that
to
it?
stand on here? What do you mean? This is really powerful.
Is that your Super Blaster?
Listen, mate, I am Fireman Chris, and this is
Okay.
my super gun.
Okay, well we're
Okay.
timing you, and
Okay.
you've got a little bit of time.
Are you
not
ready?
A lot, to see if you can knock them all down.
Okay, count me down.
5,
Yes.
4,
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Off you
Whoa.
go, Chris.
Whoa.
Oh, Chris,
Oh.
I think you're Super Blaster. You need to
Oh.
get a bit nearer, Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to get much
a
nearer.
little bit nearer, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh
Deb,
my
this is
word,
rubbish.
you're not very good, are you? Come on, Chris, you got.
They're
I'm going to
not.
have to count you down. 10.
Debbie, you've
9,
sabotaged my
8,
weapons.
7.
I've got one
6,
down.
5.
I've got one down.
4,
Sorry,
3,
I've got a few more.
2,
You put stones in
Stop,
them.
Don't.
You put
Stop,
stones in
stop.
them.
This place, I'm going to have to warden you off.
What are you doing?
We've got trouble here.
Why, what's the
There's
problem?
policewomen. Well, you're just not doing very well. So I just
What are
need
you
to
doing?
send you off to the, not doing very well with your Super Blaster. I think next time you will need to
Oh.
order a much bigger one.
Oh.
Mine came through the post earlier on, Chris. You're going to be really excited. Can you hold this for a sec?
Right, you
Let's see how I'm going to
Have
do.
you got? Do you want to borrow my gun?
Yeah, I'll borrow your gun. I'm
Okay.
really good with it.
Right,
there we go.
brilliant, okay.
Are you ready?
Right, what
Count
do
me down, Chris.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off
Here
we
we
go.
go! Whoa! Look at this!
What's that?
Look at
How do
this!
you do that?
Chris,
What
look
are you
at
doing?
this! Yeah!
How can you do that?
I did really well, didn't I, Chris? I think I've got them all down.
Right, what's this? What is this?
It's
This is a hose.
It's just my hose pipe, Chris.
See if it works on you.
No, let's not. I think we should go back inside, shouldn't
Oh.
we, Kids Clubbers? I think
There's-
you need to send that back. In you go, Chris.
Okay,
In you go.
number one.
Kids Clubbers.
Number one, she put stones in the cup. That's what all these stones are. So they were more difficult to knock over.
I had them on
Number
mine.
two, she used a flipping power hose.
You told me to get a Super Blaster. They don't come more super than my blaster, do they?
Right, in you go.
In we go, in we go. Come
you
on,
go.
Kids Clubbers, let's go back inside.
Yeah, let's just
Don't
hope my
forget your
fire
hydrant.
extinguisher works, Debbie.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. There we go. That was great
Right.
fun, wasn't it?
Open your
Kids
mouth.
Club? No, don't. That was great fun, wasn't it, Kids Clubbers? Now, we have got the most fantastic evening
Yeah,
for
we
you
have.
here
Yep.
tonight on our emergency
Yep.
services
What are we
evening.
doing next?
I'll tell you what we're doing. We've got a fantastic craft for you. We're going to be making fantastic life rafts. We've got a brilliant food workshop. Oh, we're going to make some emergency services biscuits, Chris. And we've got a game. We're going to get some bandages.
Yes.
And we're going to have a fantastic game
Yeah.
with some bandages.
Right.
And we're going to have a game of wink murder.
Oh.
And then we have got a fantastic story time tonight. We've got an amazing friend of ours called Bex Everton, and she is going to talk all about being a firefighter.
Is that what she is?
She is amazing.
What,
Yeah,
a
she's
real life
incredible.
firefighter,
A real
is she?
life firefighter.
Whoa,
Yes.
okay,
So,
looking forward to
guys,
that.
we are going to go straight on to our fantastic food workshop. We're going
Yep.
to be making some emergency service biscuits.
Crumbs, that sounds fantastic.
Crumbs, it sounds amazing.
Biscuits.
See you in a sec, guys.
Biscuits, crumbs.
Hi Kidz Klubbers, and welcome to Emergency Services Week Cooking Workshop. Well, there's not really a lot of cooking going on, but we're going to decorate some emergency biscuits. Now, biscuits are a great thing to have in the case of an emergency, but that's not kind of the point. Anyway, I had problems getting some of the ingredients this week, so these really are emergency biscuits, things that I find in my cupboard and unusual things that I might use to make a biscuit look a bit like something to do with the emergency services. So it doesn't matter what type of biscuits you've got. I've got some rich tea biscuits and I have some sponge fingers. I've got some white icing, which I've mixed up. Some red icing. I was hoping to get some of those really nice icing pens that Debbie always manages to get, but there weren't any in the shop I went to. I've got some little sugar-covered chocolate beans, tiny little dotty ones, and I've chopped up some jelly sweets to make some other decorations. Some of the icing I put into an icing bag because I'm going to pipe something on some of the biscuits. So that's all you'll need. You might not have the same sort of biscuits, you might not have the same type of icing, and you might have much better ideas than I have. I'm going to start with one of my round biscuits. And on this biscuit, I'm going to put some of my white icing. Spoon it on, spread it nice and thickly. You might have roller icing that you can cut into a circle to match the biscuit, but I don't. This is what I've got. Right, white icing on a biscuit. Now, emergency services, one of the symbols we associate with our emergency services is a red cross. So on my white icing, I'm going to have 2 pieces of sticky red sweet to make my red cross. My emergency services red cross. Now let me turn to my sponge finger. Again, I'm going to use my white icing and I'm going to do a layer of white icing all the way along my sponge finger. Okay, another thing we associate with the emergency services is the number that we call if we're in trouble. I guess you all know what that is. That's right, it's 999. I'm going to try and pipe 999 on my sponge finger. I'll do it up high, just so you can see. I've got to squeeze. That's 9, 9, 9. Okay, 999. Remember, if you're in trouble, that's the number to call. Okay, last one. This time I'm going to put red icing all over my round biscuit. Oh, that's a bit tricky. Now this is a little bit different because sometimes if you're in trouble, you need to send a message in code. And the code that we most often use is called Morse code. And the letters we want to send are SOS. You've all heard SOS. And this is how you'd send an SOS code. You would send 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. 3 dots for the S. 3 dashes for the O. Oops. And then another S, which of course is again 3. That's right, 3 dots. Dot, 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 dash, 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 dot, dot, dot. Right, 3 examples of emergency service themed biscuits. I might have a few more behind me to show you. Let's see if they're any different. More or less the same. This time I decided I didn't want too much icing, so I just piped 999 directly onto the biscuit. So if you don't like too much icing, that's a really good idea. Ooh, fire. That's a fire service emergency services biscuit. Very nicely piped. Miriam did that. She's much better at piping than I am. But you can use all your creative ideas to make whatever you want. Decorate the biscuits in whatever way you want. But remember the important things, how grateful we are to our emergency services. And if we ever need them, remember, it's 999. Right, Kidz Klub, that's the end of this week's food workshop. I believe there's something really exciting going on next. So I'm going to say goodbye and hand you over to the next activity. Bye!
Hi Kidz Klubbers, welcome to Emergency Services Week Craft. This week we're going to be making a lifeboat. So what you're going to need for this activity is some plastic bottles from your recycling. They can be any size or any shape depending what you've got at home. I'm going to be using two which are the same size, which are these two here from my craft. You're also going to need some straws or some lollipop sticks, whatever you've got. Or you could just use some card to make the base of your lifeboat so that people can sit on there. We're then going to make a flag out of some card or some paper. So again, you can take that from a cereal box or whatever you have at home. You'll need some scissors, you'll need some sellotape, sticky tape, and you'll also need probably some pens. Let's get cracking. So we're going to start off with our two bottles. Just move that to one side so you can see what I'm doing. And then we're going to tape the two bottles together. So I'm going to do this twice, once towards the top of the bottle body and one towards the bottom of the bottle body, like so. Okay, and then next what we're going to do, I'm just going to put these to one side, is we're going to take our straws to make the actual raft bit over the top there. I'm going to stick those down. Okay, then what we're going to do, we're going to measure them across the bottle here and then cut them in a straight line so they cover the top of the boat as a raft. So be careful when you're using scissors. You may need a grown-up to help you with this bit. Just move those to one side. And then what you do, you then stick those onto your bottle, like so. So they're all nicely secure. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to make our flag or the sail even for our lifeboat. So again, you get your straw and you stick it onto your sail. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to write lifeboat on my sail. Then bring your boat back, and where your raft is in together, if you make a little hole through there, you just push your finger through, and then you can put your sail through your boat, and there you have your lifeboat. Now, Kidz Klubbers, should we go check these out on our paddling pool? You can then play with these as well, either in your own paddling pool at home or in your bath or in a sink. Maybe have races with your brothers, sisters or your parents or whoever you live with. Let's go and check ours out, see if they float. Okay, Kidz Klubbers, we're out in the garden now, so we're going to test out our little rafts on our little paddling pool. So that's how you make your lifeboat raft at Kidz Klub on Emergency Services Week. We're now going to head over to Adrian and his family for the bandage game.
Right, good evening. I'm Adrian and I help at the Hangleton Kidz Klub. Okay, so welcome to everybody from all the Kidz Clubs over in Mulscombe, over in Carden, in Dyke Road and Fishersgate. Now, as it's emergency week, our game this evening is going to be bandaging. Now, as we haven't got any bandages because the NHS are using them up, we have to substitute it with something else. So you'll need some bandages, okay? And this is the equipment I've got for this evening's activity. Okay, so our bandages are going to be toilet rolls. Okay, now you'll probably need more than one of these at least. Okay, so I've got 2 fresh toilet rolls. You'll also need a timer of some kind, so with a second hand on. So I've got that, or you could use a kitchen clock, timer, neck timer, or even on your mobile phones. They've got timers on as well. Lots of different things for timing. Also, with all my bits in, I've got a cardboard box that we can use, all the toilet tissue that's been used as bandages, and we can recycle it. So that's a good thing, isn't it? Good for the environment. So now I need somebody to bandage up, and here I have my son Benjamin, who's sadly, oh dear, just fallen off his bicycle. So anyway, dear Benjamin, how are you feeling? Okay, so children, we've got 1 minute to carry this activity out in. So set your timers for 1 minute, okay? And we go ready, steady, go, okay? And then we'll start and see how well you can bandage the person up in 1 minute. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. Right. Now, did you hurt your elbow?
Yes.
Benjamin?
Yes, grazed it.
Okay, grazed it. So we've got a bit of bandaging on here. Oh dear, I've broken the bandage. Silly me. Right, and is the wrist hurting as well? Not too bad, okay. And how about the other arm?
Yeah, no, both.
That's bad too, okay. Let's do this side as well, Benjamin. Because we've got to keep the germs from getting into you, haven't we? Oh, my bandage is broken again. So it's quite difficult, children, this. You be careful with your toilet roll and do it very carefully. If you've got lots of toilet tissue to wrap people in, maybe you could use some tea towels or other bits of cloth. Okay, so anywhere else are you hurt?
My chest.
Your chest? Yeah. My goodness. Right, all the way around, what, here?
Yeah.
Around here, right. We're going to cover you around. Here we go. Let's don't sneeze, whatever you do.
Time.
Oh dear, I didn't get very far this evening. So, children, I hope you can do better than me. I think you certainly could. So, now, what we want you to do for this game is to send, thank you Benjamin. Okay, what we want you to do, children, is send your photographs in of you doing this, or you could do a video as well. And send it in. Now, I've got a piece of paper to remind me where to send it to. Oh yes, you can send it in the normal routes via Facebook or Kidz Klub online or WhatsApp. So thank you for taking part in the activity. Have good fun and don't forget to recycle your bandages. Okay, so here's over to our next exciting activity. Bye.
Hi Kidz Klubbers. Okay, so we are going to play a game of Wink Murder. For this game, you are going to need some friends or some family to play, obviously remembering that we have to still social distance. So, the idea of this game is one person is outside the circle and not looking at everyone else. They are the one that is going to be finding out who is the murderer. And they are going to be wearing a police hat. Lucky them. Okay, the rest of you are going to stand in a circle, and then you're going to decide which one of you is going to be the murderer. Person guessing comes back into the middle of the circle, and then when they're ready, the murderer will wink without getting caught to one of their other people in the circle. Once you've been winked at, you need to fall over. So the policeman in the middle has 2 guesses to see if they can guess who the murderer is. But obviously, if you've got more people, then you can have more guesses. So I think if you're ready, we're ready. We're going to get on with a game of Wink Murder. Right, Daisy, we've picked one of us to be the murderer. Okay, so you've got 3 guesses. I mean, there's only 5 of us anyway, so there's a good chance you're going to get this. Okay, so one of us is going to start winking now, and you've got to guess who it is. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. Oh, it's not Jay. Who is it? Are you going to guess?
Yes.
Oh, well done, Daisy. It was Ruben. Okay, so Ruben, you can go out the middle now. If you put the hat on, you can play Wink Murder. Okay.
It's really hard to get on.
So, right, everyone stand up. And you can decide who's going to be the murderer this time. Let's see. Okay, who's going to be the murderer this time? I think it needs to be...
Okay.
Are you happy with that? Good. Right, Ruben, are you ready? Come on then, come back into the middle. Right, here we go. Well done, Ruben. Right, so you know what you've got to do?
Yeah.
One of us is going to be winking and the rest of us are going to be dying. You've got to try and guess who it is. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Oh, Jay's dead again.
Is it Tina?
Is it Tina?
No, it's
No,
not
it's
me.
not Tina.
Is it Louis?
Is it? Is it? Well done, Louis.
Second try.
Okay, Louis, you're outside the middle then. Okay,
Okay, yeah.
all right. Everybody happy with that?
Yeah.
Good. Right, Louis, are you ready?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Okay, Louis, so one of us has been chosen and we're going to find out if you can spot who it is. Are you ready? Let's go. Oh, no, straight out.
That's really quick.
Too easy. So we're going to pick someone else this time, and I think we're going to pick. Okay. Right. Okay. So are we ready? Yep. Let's go then. Tina, come in. Come in the middle. Okay. I'm going to see. Let's see who it is. Right. So here we go. Let's go. I'm dead.
Okay, it's Daisy.
Oh. Well done, Daisy.
Yeah,
Okay, so that was Wink Murder. Hope you guys enjoy it. Why don't you send us a video of you playing that game? We've seen so many of your other videos before. This would be fantastic to see. So, we are now ready to go off to our very next activity. I hope you're ready. Hi Kidz Clubbers, and welcome to VIP time. I hope you've really enjoyed some of the activities we've shown you tonight. We loved putting them together. I tell you what, we really enjoyed going to the park and playing Wink Murder. That was a good laugh. And I know Tina did an amazing job with the lifeboats. So get involved, do some of those activities, but now we are going to take a look at the Bible bit. Now, as you've seen over the last few weeks, we've tried to mix it up, do something different each week, and this week is no different. So, We have got a Bible bit that is going to be related to emergency services, and Tina has put together a quiz for me to answer some questions.
Are you ready for a grilling?
I'm not looking forward to this, to be honest with you. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest with you, but I think you've got some questions. I need to get the answer right,
do?
and if I get the answer right, then I get a word. If I get a word, then I'm going to stick it up here, and hopefully, fingers crossed, if I get them all right, we will have the Bible bit come up here. So what do you reckon, Kidz Klubbers? Am I going to get them all right or not? I don't know, we'll see. So what's your question?
There's a catch.
Oh, there's always a catch with you, isn't there?
Yeah,
always.
well, we've got to make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining.
Here we go, here we go.
Like
Go
to
on
make
then.
you look silly.
Well, that's not hard, really, is it?
Your haircut isn't enough.
No,
I
I
didn't
know.
bodge that up enough, so it's time now for you to dress up. So the question will relate to an emergency service.
Okay, all right.
And then you've got to put the hat on or the mask or the t-shirt on, whichever one you think is right for that question.
Okay.
And then you need to answer the question.
Okay.
And then if you get it right, then you can put the thing
Brilliant.
up on the board.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Right.
So
Okay.
what is the first question
The
then?
first question is, how often should you be testing your smoke alarm?
Smoke alarm, smoke alarm. So that's going to be fireman hat, I think.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm a fireman. I think you probably should be testing it once a week.
Well done. Very
Yes.
good. So
So I
you
get
can
the
pick
first
your
word, do I?
first one. Be careful of the pin.
Okay.
Otherwise
here
we'll
we
need the
go.
ambulance.
We will, yeah, right. So first one up.
Okay, so the first word, guys, is trust.
Trust. Right, here we go.
So question 2. What do you do if you have a nosebleed?
You have a nosebleed. That's got to be medical. Right,
Yep.
so we're going to stick this on. Oh, I don't know how you wear these. Right, okay, so you can't see my mouth now, but nosebleed, I think you pinch it,
Yep.
and then I think you lean forward.
You do.
Like
You
that.
must lean forward, because if you put your head
Right.
back, you end up choking yourself.
Oh, yeah, that's
so
not
you
good, is
must
it?
put your head forward.
Head forward.
Fantastic.
Hey,
well done.
brilliant.
Whoopsie daisy. The wind's blowing those away. So you
Right.
take that one.
Okay.
And then our next question we will go for.
Hang on a minute. All right, let's stick that in there. There we go. Right, let's take.
Brilliant. Well
the-
done. So we've got trust in.
Okay,
Next
third question.
Okay, who do you call if you get your bike stolen?
Not Ghostbusters.
Not Ghostbusters,
Not Ghostbusters. Now, I think you would call the police, but I don't think you'd call them on 999 because it's not really an emergency, is it? Although it's annoying, it's not an emergency. So I think you would call them on. Oh, help me out, Kidz Klubbers. 101.
Fantastic. Well
Yes.
done. You get your next
I get my next one.
word, which is the. So trust in the.
Trust in the what? Oh,
Trust in the emergency services.
maybe. I don't
reckon
remember
that's
reading
the
that
Bible?
one, but
Okay.
we'll see.
Right. So the next question is, what is? Oh, let's turn my paper over. What is this
What is that?
flag?
Well, it's a flag. It's not a country flag. It's hang on. That's the same colour as this. That's the same. Look, they've got the same
Oh, a
colour
bit
as
of a
that.
clue.
That's got to be right. Here we go. Let's stick this on. So this, I think that flag is because it's red and yellow. I think it says there's a lifeguard on duty, and I think it's safe to swim.
Very good. Well
Very good.
done.
Well, there you go.
Right, let's speed this up a little bit. So the next question, this is where it gets fun when we speed it up. Apart from fires, name 2 other things the fire brigade can be called out for.
Okay, fire brigade hat. What can they be called out? RTC, which is a road traffic collision.
Well done.
And I think they also rescue people from houses or from toes up taps or cats in the trees. I reckon that's what they do.
Okay, I'll
They
give
can
you
do
that one. Go on,
All
then,
right
I'll give you that one. Well done. They
Thank
do
you.
so many different
They
things.
do.
They do loads of different things.
Right.
Okay, so the next question is, push that one in.
There we go.
What does the red flag mean on the beach?
Red flag. Well, okay, so that's going to be this one again.
Yep.
I think the red flag, well, red is always danger.
Yep.
Red is danger, so I think that's probably no swimming.
Well done.
Yes.
Very good. No swimming. So we've now got trust in the Lord with all. Okay.
Right, so let's take that off.
Take that one off, and the next question is, so there's 2 questions left.
2 good. Right, here we go.
So, what song can you do chest compressions to?
Well, chest compressions, that's medical, so let's stick that on. Okay, and then I think chest compressions, I think it's something like staying alive, yeah. Is that right?
Yeah,
is that right?
That's right. Well done. There are a few different songs you can use, but that is one of them. So well
Cool.
done. Fantastic.
Okay.
Right, this next question, I'm going to enjoy watching you do this one. So,
Why?
because
What have
will.
you got?
Okay,
Oh,
so the
no.
final question. Are you ready for this? How many emergency services can you call in Brighton?
Okay, right. Well, I know that there's no point calling cave rescue or mountain rescue because we haven't got any of those, but I reckon you can definitely call the Coast Guard
Yep.
because we've got the sea.
Yep.
I reckon there's 2 hospitals, so we must be able to call hospitals.
Yep.
So ambulance. I can't see anything. There we go.
Yep.
Definitely call the police. I'm going to call the fire brigade first.
You look very yellow. You're like a minion.
Do I look like a minion? And we can call the police as well.
You can call the police.
There we go. We can call
Fantastic.
all of them then. So there you go. So have I got it right?
You do. You look fine.
Oh
I'm
no,
gonna
have I got
make you have your siren going. Okay, so
Here we go.
we now have our Bible
Right,
bit.
let's take this off and stop that. So the Bible bit for today, Kids Clubbers, is trust in the Lord with all your heart. And that's a really good Bible verse to remember because it says so much. Now we're going to find out in our story time something really exciting. Somebody who puts this into practice every day when she's at work.
Definitely.
So who we got?
So we are going to be meeting Bex, the fantastic firefighter. Now Bex is related. She's actually the sister of Mr. Etherton, who's the head teacher at the school in Shoreham, and he's also our head of trustees. Now Bex is also the crew manager of the White Watch at Rodine Fire Station, and she's going to be telling us her exciting story and giving some examples of how she has had to trust in the Lord with all of her heart. Bex, it's over to you.
Hi, I'm Mr. Etherton's sister, and my job is a firefighter, and this is where I am at my fire station. So I'm just about to start my shift, so I'm just going to go and show you inside and see what we can find. So this is the fire engine, and it's got all our equipment on it, and it's all stocked up ready to go if we get an incident. So I'm going to get in the cab. And this is where I sit if I'm in charge. So this is the front seat, and the driver sits there. And then all the firefighters sit in the back, and in the front I've got my sat-nav, and I've got my radio up here, and I've got my computer, and that tells me everything I need to know when I'm going to an incident, what sort of incident it is, where it is, what other fire engines are going, who's in trouble. So it gives me all the information. I can also ask on the radio if there's any other information that I need or that they've got, and any messages that I send to our control centre I send via the radio when I get to the incident. So this is where I sit. I'm in charge of the crew in the back, and the driver then drives me there and hopefully gets me there safely. So this is the back of the fire engine, and this is where all the firefighters sit. We've got 1 seat, 2 seat, 3 seat, and these are breathing apparatus sets. 1, 2, and then there's 2 there. And this is where we keep all our kit and all our masks. And the breathing apparatus set is a set you wear on your back to make sure that you're safe when you go in a fire, or anything that is dangerous, smoke or toxic fumes. You put that on your back. It enables you to breathe nice clean air so that you can go and rescue people or go and put fires out. Hi, so at the fire station we've got a lot of really heavy equipment, and we need to train to make sure we're safe and that we're strong and we're fit, otherwise we'll hurt ourselves. So this is our gym. We've got loads and loads of equipment, which is lovely. This is our kit room. This is where we keep all our kit that we use, and as you can see there's rows and rows of kit for all the different watches and all the different people. So at a fire station on this one, it's run 24 hours a day, and you've got 4 watches. You've got red, green, white and blue. So it's 8 o'clock in the morning, so red are here and they've done the night shift, and I'm going to start and I'm on white and I start in the morning. Hi, so this is me and my kit. This is my helmet, and you can see there's stripes on it, which means I'm a crew manager, which means I can be in charge of the crew. So this is my tunic, my leggings and my boots, and I've got my gloves here. We've also got a lovely new high-vis jacket. So the high-vis jacket is this, and we can wear that instead of this big heavy jacket in case we go to road traffic accidents. So that's me. I'm just about to start my shift, so I better go and see what the day entails. So I love my job and it's really varied, and at the moment it's going to be really busy because we're helping the ambulance service and we're helping to rescue people and do whatever we can in this time where the NHS are really busy. So off I go, and hopefully if any of you want to become firefighters, you don't have to be a boy. Girls do it too. Hi, my name's Bex and I've been a firefighter for 13 years. I grew up in a Christian home and my parents were Christians and I went to church, but I always found that I just took it for granted and that it was just something that I believed in. And then I went away to university, did my training, did lots of jobs, and when life started to get really tough, I realised that when everything else is gone, God is the only one that's still there and still really constant, and he wants to be our friend. So when it started to get really tough, I asked him to help me, and the amazing thing happened is that he did. And as soon as I opened my heart up to him and asked him to be my friend, to be there when I slept, to be there when I was crying, when I was laughing, when I was at work, he really jumped in, and it was amazing. So I joined the fire service and I did things by my own strength and my own willpower and courage, and that's really tough. So I started asking God to help me at work, and as you know, firefighters do all sorts of crazy and difficult things, and road traffic accidents where people die and fires where people get hurt, and you're asked to do things that you just don't know what's going to come up next and you don't know what's around the corner. So I started to sort of take a few moments to pray at work, either when I was at work or before I went to work. And as a firefighter, I would get quite scared or anxious when I had to go into a fire, knowing that I was going to be able to put the fire out, to rescue the people, to carry the heavy equipment. And then when I went to become a crew manager, which is what I am now, I started to become in charge of people, in charge of incidents, in charge of fires, in charge of rescues. And that was a really scary thing too, because everyone's looking at you and expecting you to be able to know all the answers. And what I started to realise is that I don't know all the answers, but I can ask God to help me through all of that and help me to make the right decisions, to be calm, to have everything that I've learnt and that I'm good at come to the forefront of my mind and be able to do a really good job. So recently, was it last week, I got to work and I've been having a really difficult few weeks. Life's been really tough and really difficult, and it's been a bit of a whirlwind. So I had a few moments before work, and I sat down and my friend had given me a little book by Wendy Virgo, and it says "in his strong hand." And there's little stories in there, so I decided to read a little story. And then I prayed that God would, whatever was going to happen that day, that he would be in control and he would help me make the right decisions. 1 hour later, we got called to a fire. There wasn't much said on the sheet that I got. I was in charge, and it was only just down the road. As soon as we turned out the station, we saw a massive plume of smoke, so we knew this was quite serious. And as we got there, there was complete mayhem. There was people in the streets, lots of people shouting and screaming. There was a big fire in a flat that was coming out the windows, and I had milliseconds to decide what to do. And I believe because I prayed that prayer, I felt completely calm. I knew exactly what to do. I made really good decisions, and the whole incident went amazingly. It doesn't often happen that way, but the best thing about it was that I knew I had God right by my side. I had so much to think about and so much to deal with at that incident. There was one person rescued from the top floor by an aerial ladder platform. There was 3 people led to safety from another flat. There was a few people that had come out of the fire that were a bit poorly, that needed some help. I had 4 fire engines, 1 aerial ladder platform, the police, the ambulance, all there. And I managed to do that with God's help, and that was just incredible. The fact that he knew in the morning what I was going to be going out to that day, I had no idea. And sometimes in our life we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, next week, next year, in 5 years' time, but the amazing thing is that God knows, and he's right there with us. And the verse that I really hold on to is, "Trust the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding." And that's because he knows the best. And however tough things get and however difficult things get, he is right there. And if we ask him to, he will come in and help us every step of the way.
We want to say a very big thank you to everyone in our emergency services for everything they've done to keep us safe and healthy in this period. From everyone at Kidz Klub, thank you.
Thank you, NHS.
Thank you to all the emergency services. We're lucky to have you.
Thank you for everyone in the emergency services for trying to keep us safe.
Thank you, NHS, for what you've done. We really appreciate it. Stay strong. We love you, and stay safe.
Thank you, emergency services.
Thanks to the NHS workers and all the other emergency services for keeping us safe during lockdown.
Thank you, emergency services, for all your hard work and bravery during lockdown.
Thank you to everyone in the NHS, including my dad. Thank you, NHS.
Thank you to all our emergency services for your hard work. Woo!
Wow, that was fantastic.
Really
well done,
good.
Kidz Klubbers. They were great
Fantastic.
videos. Absolutely brilliant. Now, Kidz Klubbers, if there's some of you out there watching thinking, oh, I wish I'd sent a video in, only has to be 10 seconds. Record yourself thanking someone in the national health, in the NHS emergency services. It could be firefighters, it could be the police, it could be any of the emergency services. You can send your video clip in and we can play it on Winners Friday on Friday. So get those videos, keep coming in, and Connor will edit them all, and that'll be fantastic.
Great
and
idea.
I want to say a massive thank you to Bex Efferton. That was absolutely
Thank
fantastic.
you, Bex.
Great to hear all about your life as a firefighter and
amazing.
the amazing things and how God really helps you through that. That's
Terrific.
absolutely fantastic.
You're the Bex.
Well done, Bex. You're the best. Okay, now,
Simply the Bex.
Kidz Klubbers, you might recognise this. This was this week's Kidz Club news sheet.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now, on this, there are loads of information. There's the colouring sheet on the back, okay? So Kidz Klubbers, get colouring yours in, send it in. Okay, take a picture of it and send it in, and you could win the prize for the best colouring sheet. Don't forget the other competitions. If you go to our website or on our your local Facebook page for your own Kidz Club, so Facebook Kidz Club Hangleton or Fishersgate or Mulscombe or Carden or Dyke Road, you can be really, really interactive. And if you're really interactive, you might win the most interactive kid of the week. And don't forget, at the end of term, when we can all get together again, when we're allowed after lockdown, we are going to have the most interactive kid trip out. The best interactive kid trip out.
Bring it on.
And we are going to have the most amazing time. There's also the quiz, the quiz on emergency services.
Yeah, picture
you
quiz.
can do that online as well.
Yeah,
The picture quiz,
yeah,
absolutely fantastic.
bet.
So, and don't forget the competition of the week this week. It says here, it says, come dressed as someone from the emergency services.
Like me.
Okay?
Like me.
Yeah, like you.
Fireman
like
Chris.
me, okay? Take a picture of yourself. You could make an outfit. You could make a great nurse's outfit or a fireman's outfit or a policeman. Any of the emergency services. Get your picture taken, okay? And then just send that picture over. It's so simple to do, okay? To www.kidsclub.online.
Great.
Okay? And then you can be entering those competitions. I want to do a bit of a shout out tonight.
Ooh.
I've got a list of kids that have been really active tonight online.
Well done, guys.
Well done, Seth. Well done, Aria.
Good
Well
guys.
done, Louis
Terrific.
Walker Wilkes. Well done, Sean. Well done, CJ. And that's not you, CJ.
No,
it's
afraid
another
not. Although I
CJ.
have been on the show tonight.
And
haven't
well
I?
done, George. And a really well done to Thea too. So, Kids
Well
Clubbers,
done, you guys.
keep being interactive.
Yes,
Even while
please.
we're online, you can be sending your messages through.
Yeah.
We'll get in the ball. Don't
Fantastic.
forget your Kids Club news sheet. Get colouring in. Get sending it in.
Yeah.
Right, now we hope you've had a fantastic night tonight with the emergency services. But we're going to have a great time next week. Don't forget, you've got a whole week to get those in. Everything has to be in by Thursday, 6 p.m. Okay, and then you'll find out the next day on Friday at 6 p.m. Winners Friday. Find out who the winners are.
Yeah.
Now, Chris.
Yes.
That's tonight.
Yeah.
That's this week.
Yes.
What's happening next week at Kids Club?
I have got the menu in front of me, WPC
Wow,
Debbie.
let me have a look. That looks exciting.
The reason I call it a menu, well, you'll see the reason, because it's got a lot to do with food. Next week, Kids Clubbers, this is fantastic.
It's going to be...
It's going to be the Great Kids Club Bake Off.
Bake Off?
Yeah, Bake
Oh my
Off.
word, I love bacon. That's going to be so
Fantastic.
exciting. What's on the menu, Chris?
We are going to have a team member from Carden making flapjacks.
How to make flapjacks.
Yes.
Who likes flapjacks? They are
We
the
are
best.
going to have a team member from Mulscombe making peppermint creams.
Peppermint creams.
Very,
They
very
are one
yummy.
of my favourite sweets, Chris. I
We
love
are
them.
going to have a 12-year-old young helper from Kids Club Dyke
Wow.
Road doing an absolutely brilliant activity showing us how to make something that I love very much, Rocky Road.
Rocky Road.
Yeah, do you know what they are,
That's going to
Deb?
be exciting. Who is that? Is that Sophie doing that?
That's Sophie
She is
Chantry.
an amazing cook, guys. You
Yeah.
have to watch the Rocky Road workshop.
We've
That's gonna
got a
be
team
incredible.
member from Fishersgate who's going to do a bit of
Fishersgate.
craft with cupcake cases. That sounds good
Wow,
fun as
that
well.
means like there's no cakes in the cupcake cases.
Absolutely.
They're going to be making things with the cases
Yep.
from the cupcakes.
And also, you know, Alan and Tina,
Yes.
they're going to have a little competition. You know, like we have a bit of a competition.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they don't cheat as much as
like
you.
the ones that you always lose,
No,
Chris?
they don't put stones in the cup so you can't squirt them over.
No,
right?
that was to stop
Yeah.
them falling
They don't
over
use
in
a
the
power
wind.
hose when I've got like a water pistol. That's all right.
You
That's
said
okay.
get your
That's
power
all right.
gun out.
But what they are going to do,
What are they going to do?
they're going to be blindfolded.
Yeah.
And they have got to decorate a cupcake, but they're blindfolded.
Oh my word, that's going to be messy.
Yeah. Story
I
time
think we should practice
next
that
week
as well. Yeah.
is called Run for Your Life. And I'm not going to tell you any more.
Run
but
for
it's a
your
very
life.
exciting
Run for your
story
life.
about
Run for your
someone
life.
who reaches rock bottom. He reaches his lowest point We'll see what happens.
You're giving too much away.
I'm not going to give any more, Debs. No.
Next week, don't forget, it's Kidz Klub Bake Off Week, so we're going to have a fantastic time. If you go online, you can find out what ingredients you need, and you might be able to do one of those workshops while we're doing it. Yeah. But if not, don't worry, because everything's always there on our website for you to be able to check it out and be able to make these things throughout the week. Sending your pictures in, because the more interactive you are, the more likely you're going to win that fantastic trip out at the end of
Absolutely. Okay.
So, Chris,
WPC Debbie.
I think it is.
Say goodbye.
This flame out? No, don't set it
out.
Okay.
Say goodbye to all our Kidz Klubbers.
I hope you've had a great night tonight. I'm going to ask Connor to play a little bit of a sound effect when we leave. Maybe some emergency sirens and stuff would be great, wouldn't they? But
so,
Kidz Klubbers.
Goodbye from WPC Debbie.
Yeah.
Goodbye from Fireman Chris and his fire extinguisher.
See
Good
you
night,
next
everybody.
week. Have a good week, Kidz Klubbers.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.